Essentially, it combines the academic rigour of the IBDP, so students are required to do a minimum of 2 DP subjects, combined with an IBCP core, very similar to that of the DP, so they have to do a component of service learning, a reflective project which has equal points in UCAS and around the world to the extended essay, language development, where students have an opportunity to pursue their interest in the industry within a chosen language, potentially Italian or French, and so you can see that the components of the course all combine together to give a student a universal experience and a really immersive experience, not just inside the classroom, but professional and real-world experience as well, which is really exciting for an average high school student. That opportunity doesn't come along very often.
The best thing about having the course as part of the International Baccalaureate is that it comes with the International Baccalaureate values. Students have the ability to see a full picture of the industry, think about the issues facing it, look at how to serve clients in the local community, and more broadly have the personal and professional skills that they need to progress with their careers.
One thing that's nice about it being part of the IB is that it kind of calms some of the hesitations you might have with doing such a specific course.
So I actually came to this school specifically for this course. It's super interesting to me to see how all of this kind of industry level material works even at a high school level.
The IBCP focuses more on a specific career path. So here I focus more on digital arts, so like Photoshop or editing films or making certain models in 3D.
Also, you can do things such as film, you can work more with computers if you want, you can do more visual arts, you can do expressive arts. You just have a lot of different options and you don't have to pick just one specifically. You can kind of see what you like, if you'd rather do this or that.
I mean, I never always was thinking I want to go into acting, so I feel if you have the opportunity, then you can maybe change your outlook on what you want to do in the future, and it can give more opportunities to people in the creative business.
Being able to have more than one project going on at the same time and being in a room full of people who are like alike and all there to learn the same thing. I think the CP is the future. Actually,
it covers a lot of different things. We got VFX, animation, animatic, all these different, all different softwares too, so I can figure out what works and what doesn't for me, especially within a field that's really relevant to me.
Within the animation, we also do 3D modeling, where we've worked a lot with Blender, where we've made our own models as well as animated pre-made models that already exist. And we've been able to use tutorials already given to us, but also look up our own stuff and kind of figure things out from there. You kind of get those little inklings of idea of, oh, I've seen that before, maybe I can work on that and like use a software you haven't used before, something more niche.
What we're going to be covering in Pinewood is concept art. I'm very interested in concept art and how art is incorporated into video games and film and whatnot. So using Blender to create models and even making animatics has been super interesting and super relevant for me.
We have an incredible opportunity to visit Pinewood Studios, where they're in ultimately what is the hub of the creative industries in the world, and they've got Oscar-winning costume designers and set designers and prosthetic artists, all with this incredible wealth of professional knowledge. And it's not just the knowledge, it's the professional skills that students are exposed to. Most academic programs are confined to a classroom. Students are going to be going out in the real world, and they're going to be equipped with skills that most individuals don't have the opportunity to experience until at least their early 20s and post-university.
It was amazing. I got new friends and new experiences, but yeah, I think everyone should at least in their lifetime be on the stage just to experience that, because it's definitely different than sitting in a desk.
For students to be able to let their ideas loose, get creative, learn new things, and inspire off of other people's work. Things as such.
It gives me a bit of a look inside that world.
We've gone to Pinewood Studios a couple times. And that's let us have a little bit of a peek behind the veil of how films are made and working with some industry professionals there, as well as just discussions within the class about how things are made in the design process, especially for the game design segment. We've talked a lot about the methods in which things are iterated upon to actually make more ideas and fundamentally kind of fix up problems they may lay underneath that you don't realize to begin with.
Of course, like we learn about film, we learn about how to use cameras, how to set up lighting, how to work with shadows. But it is also like pretty related to expressive arts, as it talks about staging and characters, everything that works kind of behind the scenes, so lighting, sound.
So this is a unique opportunity for students from ACS to come authentically learn here at Pinewood at Creative Media Skills in the heart of the film industry, working with individuals who don't normally kind of teach in an accredited environment, learning skills very much hands-on, being tutored in a small group by someone who kind of uses those skills every day on some of the biggest productions that you hope to see in cinema.
It was like you could see, it was very hands-on. You could actually see how it's done. Like we saw how the set was built, we saw what the director has to do.
Like we were given the opportunity to design and create our own wands based off of a character based on in Harry Potter, one that we make up, and then we just go through the process of making it, molding it, and encompassing it in silicone to get a mold out of it.
I realized that I actually enjoy working in 3D for animation and making models more so than I do 2D, being more similar to a university type course opposed to something from high school. So when it comes to what I want to do in the future, it steered me towards something I probably enjoy more than I've realized to begin with.
I think people that really want to do a lot of hands-on work, people that are creative, that have a lot of ideas, that like to think out of the box, I would probably like to work, for example, kind of as a producer. Like it would be fun to be on set or be a director, just kind of really be in the environment, on location.
I think it's really good to have the IBCP because it gives you a chance to step out of your comfort zone.
It helped me get a better chance in getting universities that follow things with computers and digital arts.
Being an IBCP student means that I'm more prepared for my workforce. I'm more aware of what to expect, and I can feel better prepared to enter industry level work. I've been made especially aware of ethical dilemmas within my workforce. Been made aware of the different types of work within my workforce. So within game design, how it branches out, and how it's not just art, it's not just coding, it's not just animating. There's all sorts of different people working all together, and how collaboration within the IBCP and then within the workplace is vital.
As a film teacher, we often spend a lot of time looking back at things in history of film and techniques that have been developed over a number of years. So it's really exciting in the VFX Games Design Animation course to be looking forward and seeing the things that are emerging, things that might not exist yet even as jobs while the students are at school can be something that they can take on and develop in their careers.
Considering the young age of the program, it's only been around since 2012. There are an incredible number of universities across the world, but particularly in the United Kingdom and North America, that recognise the IBCP, that they will have the appropriate qualifications for whatever they want to do, whether that is university or another pathway that they might choose to take.